Most people think you need millions in the bank to buy $1 million business, but that's complete bullshit. You can buy a $2 million business with as little as 10% down, and I'm going to show you exactly how. Today, I'm breaking down the SBA loan playbook that acquisition entrepreneurs are using to buy cash flowing businesses with other people's money. And here's where it gets interesting, guys. There's one type of business trading at 3 times earning right now that nobody wants, but it's generating 25 to 50% ROI for buyers who know what they're doing, okay? The SBA backed over 50,000 business acquisitions with their 7A loan program in the last decade. These aren't tech startups. These are restaurants, they're dental practices, trucking companies, hotels, the boring businesses that actually make money. Now, here's the thing. SBA loans let you finance up to 90% of the purchase price, okay? On a $2 million business, that's $200,000 down instead of $2 million. If that business generates $500,000 in annual profit and you're servicing debt, you might net $250,000 after the loan repayment, right? That's 125% ROI on your cash in 1 year. Show me a startup that does that. On the flip side, most people don't know this strategy exists because they're chasing the next cryptocurrency or the drop shipping course that just released. If you want to build real wealth, you need to understand how assets work. I've built a portfolio of digital properties that bring me in over $41,000 per month using a similar model, digital leasing. You build digital lead generation sites for local service businesses like plumbers, roofers, HVAC companies. You rank those sites, they generate you leads, and those businesses pay you every single month to rent those leads from you. Same principle as buying a business, but you don't need an SBA loan, employees, or $200,000 down. I've got students making $2,000 to $6,000 a month from digital leasing. Click the link for the free training. I'll show you the exact system that's generating consistent monthly revenue. So why does all this matter? When you buy a business with leverage, you're hacking the entrepreneur timeline, right? About 70% of venture-backed startups fail by year 5. But when you acquire an existing business, you're buying proven revenue from day 1. Here's a real example. A buyer here in Colorado acquired a ski rental business for $2.2 million using an SBA loan. He put down 10%, he financed the rest, and closed it in 35 days. He stepped into a machine that prints money and used the bank's capital to do it all. But that's not the full story. About 60% of U.S. small businesses are owned by baby boomers hitting retirement age. That means a massive wave of profitable businesses are hitting the market, and there aren't enough buyers who understand how to acquire them. These are boring businesses that nobody wants. A plumbing company unclogging toilets doing $500,000 in profit. A dental practice messing with teeth with a loyal patient base, right? They're not sexy, so they trade at 2x, right? Or 4x earnings. Meanwhile, tech startups with zero revenue get 20x valuations because everybody's chasing the shiny object. Let's tie all this together, though. You've got retiring business owners who need to sell. You got low competition from buyers. And SBA loans designed to help you acquire these businesses with minimal cash down. Most people have no idea it's happening. The top SBA-backed industries are restaurants, dental offices, trucking companies, hotels, and home service businesses. Restaurants are high volume, but they're riskier, right? Many sell for 2 to 3x cash flow around $220,000. Dental and veterinary clinics, guys, have default rates under 5%. A typical dental practice might sell for $500,000 to $1 million with reoccurring revenue. Much safer bet, right? Hotels average $1.9 million with low default rates of 2.4%. Home service businesses typically sell for $250,000 to $1 million, and buyers are seeing 15 to 25% ROI. The businesses that trade at the lowest multiples are often the ones with the best return potential because nobody else wants them. The real millionaires in your town own boring businesses. They're not on TikTok, right? Talking about their wins. They're just quietly printing cash behind your back. But let's talk about the risk, because if you fuck this up, it can ruin you financially. SBA loans require a personal guarantee. If the business fails, the bank can come after your house, your car, your personal assets. If you over leverage and the business underperforms, you're underwater fast. Second, buying a business isn't hard. Running it is, right? I've seen buyers close a deal and then realize they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Key employees quit on them, right? Customers leave. Cash flow ends up drying up. And here's the thing. The biggest mistake is trusting the seller's numbers, right? Because sellers lie. None, not all of them, but enough that you need to verify everything, right? Like my wife says, trust but verify. If a seller tells you that they're making $500,000 in profit, but half of that profit comes from ad backs that won't exist when you own it, then you're overpaying, right? Common mistakes include chasing revenue instead of cash flow, right? Undercapitalizing the deal, right? And letting ego drive your decisions. When you're using OPM, you have no margin for error, okay? Debt payments start immediately. The personal guarantee isn't a suggestion here. It's a legal binding commitment for you. On the flip side, if you buy smart and you choose stable industries, the risk is manageable, right? Like hotels, insurance agencies, veterinarian clinics, they all have default rates of under 5%, right? 95% of buyers who finance these deals successfully pay off the loan. Let's tie all this together real quick. That undervalued business that I mentioned before, it's boring, right? Main Street businesses in home services or healthcare and logistics, right? But baby boomers are selling profitable companies at 2 to 4 times the earnings because there's no bidding war for these, right? Tech startups, they get all the hype, but these businesses generate immediate cash flow for you. Most startups fail within 5 years, guys. But when you buy an existing business, you're starting with proven revenue. You skip all the risky startup phase and you jump straight to the cash flow, which is where it's at. So if you buy a $2 million business at 4 times the earnings, you put down $200,000 and you finance the rest, right? Now your annual debt service is roughly $250,000, which is going to leave you $250,000 in profit. That's 125% ROI in year one, right? Most startups lose money for 3 to 5 years. 70% never deliver a positive return ever. But with acquisition, you skip the burn phase, right? It's like the difference between planting a seed and buying a tree that's already producing fruit. So why does this matter? Most people, we waste years chasing startup dreams when we could just buy an existing cash flowing business tomorrow. But here's the catch. Not everybody has $200,000 for a down payment. That's exactly why I focus on digital leasing. Instead of buying a $2 million plumbing company, you could build digital assets that generate leads for these plumbers. You rank these sites on Google, they generate leads, and the plumber pays you $500 to $2,000 per month. Same concept, but you don't need an SBA loan. Employees are $200,000 down. I've built a portfolio that brings in over $41,000 per month. My students, they're making $2,000 to $6,000 a month, started from scratch, okay? No business acquisition experience, no technical backgrounds, just a system and the willingness to execute it, right? You find a local service business that needs customers, roofers, HVAC companies, locksmiths, towing services. You build a simple lead generation site, you rank it for a keyword like emergency plumber near me, and when somebody fills out the form, you sell that lead to a local business owner. They pay you every month for as long as you generate leads. This is reoccurring revenue, just like owning a rental property, but it's all digital. This isn't passive income on day one. You still have to build the sites. You have to rank them and you have to sell them to local businesses. But once the system is in place, it runs with minimal effort. I've got sites paying me for years with maybe an hour of maintenance per month. Click the link for the free training. I'll walk you through the entire digital leasing strategy. This is the same system generating $41,000 per month for me and $2,000 to $6,000 a month for my students. Buying a $2 million business with other people's money is 100% possible with SBA loans. The 7A guys and the 504 programs let you finance up to 90% of the purchase price. The business trading at the lowest multiples are some of the most profitable because nobody else wants them. But leverage amplifies everything. Buy smart, you generate 25 to 50% ROI and build generational wealth. Buy stupid and you'll default, you'll lose everything, right? On the flip side, there's a lower risk, lower capital way, and it's called digital leasing. We're building digital assets that generate leads for local businesses. You own the asset, you control the revenue, and you don't need $200,000 as a down payment or a 10-year SBA loan. Most people will never buy a business because they're afraid of the debt or they don't have the capital. But they could start digital leasing tomorrow with a laptop and a few $100. That's the path I took. So here's my challenge. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity. Stop researching yourself into paralysis. Take action right now. Massive imperfect action. Because the worst thing you can do is spend another year doing nothing. The free training is in the description. Let's go get it.